Greetings yet again. Here I am, just going on and on and on non-stop with these videos, right? Well, I did get a question. Nay. I've received several questions with regards to Skyrim and whether or not I would be doing a Let's Play of Skyrim or something similar or what have you. In a perfect world, I would be doing that, but I need to explain my position here with respects to my channel and Skyrim and Dragon Age Inquisition, because there is a bit of a conflict. So, I actually have taken out a loan of sorts, or will be, so I can basically spend over the next couple of months, I don't know how many months, couple of months, I'll use that phrase, almost all of my time at home. I spend most of my time at home anyway, because most of my work is done at home. I do a lot of online proofreading, editing, odd jobs, that kind of thing. I've been doing that for years off and on. But anyway, devote almost, if not all of my time to the perpetuation, extension, and growth of my gaming channel. So yeah, I'm actually going to probably be taking out a loan of sorts so I can spend the time at home to do that. So the next couple of months, 90% of my time is going to be soaked up by the gaming channel. And correspondingly, I have a strong suspicion that 90% of my time on the gaming channel is going to be soaked up by Dragon Age Inquisition. I already have the rather bold and ambitious goal of doing 2 Let's Plays simultaneously. I think I've decided on calling them Let's Play A and Let's Play B. That's kind of boring and trite, I know, but at least lets you distinguish the two and so you don't get confused. And I do plan on investing time-wise, at least heavily, in the multiplayer game, basing my feeling here on the strong suspicion that it will probably be a success in the same light as Mass Effect 3, although you never know. I mean, one of the reasons why Mass Effect 3 multiplayer was so successful is because single player was such utter crap. I don't suspect Dragon Age Inquisition single player to be crap. But in any event, if that's the case, if single player is all it's cracked up to be, and I'm doing 2 playthrough A and B simultaneously, and concentrate on multiplayer with the eventual goal of creating class guides like I used to, as well as gameplay strategies, things like that, to optimize your strategy in the game as well as your setups and what have you. Yeah, that's going to take up a lot of time, which is the whole reason for me taking out a loan of sorts so I can just spend all my time working on this. And then I have to ask the question, where is Skyrim in all of this? In a perfect world, I'd love to do Skyrim Let's Play at the same time. And I mean, I have nothing against Skyrim. I have over 3,500 hours invested in the game. But it's just, even if I have all my time at home to work on my gaming channel, it's going to be just a matter of just not enough time in the day to do it all. The biggest issue, I think the biggest issue overall is rendering time and editing and what have you. Let's say each playthrough, no matter what the game is, averages of about an hour. I think that's reasonable to say that each one's going to be about an hour. Probably go a little above it, but whatever, about an hour. So let's say, yeah, that's just 3 hours. 3 hours of gameplay if I included a Let's Play Skyrim and a playthrough A and B of Dragon Age Inquisition. Not so fast, ladies and gentlemen. It's a little more complicated than that. And those of you who have delved into the wonders of video editing software such as Sony Vegas, which is the one I'm most familiar with, you know that there's a process called rendering that can take a long time. Now, I would be foolish not to upload in 1080 high definition. And by doing 1080 high definition, that means that any rendering process I engage in is going to take probably twice as long as it normally would. An hour on my current laptop of an hour worth of gameplay, and that depends on the game, of course, and what have you, but on average, let's say on average, an hour of high definition can take probably in the 3-hour realm or even more, 3 to 4 hours, an hour worth. And that's, relatively good time considering what I'm working with. So then let's be conservative and say an hour's worth of gameplay takes 4 hours to render. So that's playthrough A in one day. Okay, that's one. And then another playthrough B, that's 8 hours of rendering just for those two playthroughs. And then there's multiplayer, which, who knows how that long that's going to take, and that probably won't be a daily occurrence, which I'm planning on making the Dragon Age Inquisition stuff out to be. But that means 8 hours of the day when I'm not playing, I'm just rendering stuff. And when you're rendering stuff, as many of you know, you can't do jack shit. You can't do anything else really except surf the net maybe and read some books, and you're just kind of stuck there waiting for the render to finish. Never mind upload. Uploading is difficult in a sense because I have horrendously bad internet, very unstable very often, and uploads take forever. So, and sometimes the internet cuts out. So I have some obstacles, and it's just when I think about Skyrim, is how am I going to put it all? How could I put Skyrim to that when I have to devote so much time and energy to Dragon Age Inquisition? And there's, of course, the pragmatic perspective of Dragon Age Inquisition is a brand new game, a AAA title that's highly anticipated. And even, let's say, I'm looking forward to the game, very much so, but let's say I weren't, and I just thought, well, this is a popular game, I should try it out. Even from that perspective, it's important that I give it a go. Skyrim is 3 years old now, and it's a great game, and I'm looking forward to getting back to it with the Percus Maximus is out, and there's so much going on with it, and always will be because of the mods, but at the moment, Dragon Age Inquisition is where it's at. And the whole reason why I've taken out a loan of sorts and set aside extra time for several months is because I'm really gung-ho about building this channel and growing the channel as much as possible. And I'm pretty sure at this juncture in time that Dragon Age Inquisition is key for a couple of reasons. One, it's a popular title. Everyone's looking forward to it. I plan on doing playthroughs that are quite different from the conventional ones, I assure you. They will not be, I hope at least. Rest assured, I will not be playing a Kunari, so that's a little hint there. Everyone and his mother is going to be playing Kunari. I'm going to be playing more interesting, unconventional characters, and hopefully making decisions in the game that aren't run-of-the-mill either. So hopefully there's that ingredient. And there's multiplayer. I do have a background in making guides for Mass Effect 3 for the classes, and I'm hoping very much that I'll be able to do so successfully with the same acknowledgement and involvement from the Dragon Age multiplayer community, which is yet to have been born. But yeah, so I'm banking a lot on that. Will I succeed in growing my channel? Well, that's all relative. I mean, there's growth. If I get 100 new subs, that's also growth. But I'm talking about substantial growth. It's been a goal of mine for a long time, and I've been looking forward to Dragon Age Inquisition towards that end, specifically for that purpose. And there you have it. Will I ever reach the point of I'll never be someone like Gopher. I have neither the personality nor am I, how should I put it politely, as non-offensive and non-controversial as Gopher is. I am, some of you know, a controversial figure. That's always going to be the case. But hey, that's just the way it is. That's the way Stardusk is. Still, I think I can grow my channel, and we'll just see how much growth I can get going. I'm willing to put in the time and effort. One thing with the rendering I've been considering, if I can put together the money, is investing in a separate rendering apparatus. That is, maybe a small CPU that has nothing to do with the thing I'm actually playing on, my laptop, that really just has a super duper CPU that just renders stuff at the speed of the flash. Something like that could be a worthwhile investment. Difficult to say because first I want to see how well the playthroughs go to begin with. If I'm investing the time and energy and I see after 2-3 weeks, a month that I'm not breaking making certain goals and breaking certain boundaries that I set for myself, then yeah, it probably won't be worth investing in more technology. Remember, I do not make, as you saw my network, I don't make any money. I make almost nothing off of my gaming channel, which means all the energy, money, and time that I put into it comes from myself, the work I do to survive, as well as other stuff. And so, yeah, that's the way it is. And because of that, I have to think long and hard about, do I need to get a separate computer just with a CPU just so I can render stuff? Large channels like Gophers, what's his name? There's so many of them. Anyone who's say in the approximately the 250,000 upwards, or even the 100,000 upwards, they tend to have several apparatus that they use that allow them to render things and play simultaneously. I have that currently that handicap that I can't do that. There are options outside of Sony Vegas that I might look into. There is Handbrake. Handbrake is not a rendering. It's not a video editing software. It's just for codec rendering films. It's about twice as fast as Sony Vegas, but you can't render anything properly. Not really. There are some ways around it. I might be asking a friend for help in that matter. But we'll see. It might come down to me using alternative means of rendering to speed up the process to be more productive in video production on the one hand, or I might somehow pull the money together and invest in something that's just there to render stuff. Put it on the external hard drive, put it there, get it rendered, get it done. And that, of course, would save me oodles of time, because then I could actually get a whole bunch of playthroughs lined up. And in that case, if I could find a way of rendering either much more quickly or rendering externally from the laptop I'm playing on, that would give me the fine option of perhaps investing in a Skyrim Let's Play, or at the very least doing some work on Skyrim, mod reviews, etc. I don't know, but that seems very unlikely. I've been banking on Dragon Age Inquisition for a long time. I might fail in my goal. I mean, and anytime you have a goal, failure is a possibility, but I want to give it my all. I'm even taking out a loan, more or less, to find the time so I can do this kind of thing, because for the longest time I wanted to grow my gaming channel, but there haven't been titles that I've been interested in enough that have also been popular simultaneously, so as to allow me to pursue that goal. So I hope that's an explanation for people. I know I talked a lot, but I think it's important that I just make all of that clear so everyone knows the position I'm coming from moving into Dragon Age Inquisition. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So very soon, lords and ladies, very soon, the time shall come, and we shall see what the fates have in store for all of us. Everyone take care. Bye-bye.